Hello everybody and welcome back to some Final Fantasy Standard post-ban list. For those of you who did not see, go check out the banned and restricted announcement that just took place a couple of days ago, depending on when this goes up. It's a big one. You're going to want to go take a look at that. Maybe I'll leave a link in, if my editor remembers, maybe we'll leave a link in the description down below. But in any case, new standard format, PogChamp, and we have a lot of things to go ahead and take a look at. Before we get started, however, I do just want to mention the video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. If you guys need to purchase some standard cards, potentially for this new format, or for some upcoming, I believe the next season of RCQs is standard, so post-rotation, we got Orlando coming up, head over to CoolStuffInc.com, be sure to use promo code DOOM at checkout, get yourself 5% off your next order, and this exclusive Rhino token while supplies last. Cool Stuff Inc., they got cool stuff, and they got it in stock. And with that out of the way, let us go ahead and take a look at Sephiroth. Now, Sephiroth is a card that I have done some experimenting with before. I've played a little bit of Orzhov, a little bit of Rakdos. I guess I never tried Golgari or Dimir. But sacrifice strategies involving this card. And there's a reason for it. This card is extremely powerful. It's a 3/3 for 3. Whenever it enters or attacks, you can sack a creature if you do draw a card. And whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses life and you gain a life. And if that's the fourth time it's resolved, you flip it, transforms into a 5/5 flying. You get an emblem that has that same text of whenever a creature dies, they lose a life, you gain a life. And this time, whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice any number of creatures, draw that many cards. There's two important lines of text on this on the front side, and I guess inevitably the back side. That second sort of paragraph, whenever another creature dies, not just your own, and it says target opponent loses one life. The targeting is what matters about that, because when you combine it with Forsaken Miner, you now have sort of created this engine where Forsaken Miner, whenever you commit a crime, as in, i.e., targeting your opponent with Sephiroth, you can pay a black mana to get the Forsaken Miner back from the graveyard. So if you have Forsaken Miner, Sephiroth, and a sacrifice outlet, for each black mana, you can basically drain your opponent for one and put a counter on Bartolomé. Now, to my knowledge, I guess there is the 4-mana train from Final Fantasy, but we're not trying to play 4-mana sack outlets. I'm pretty sure that Bartolomé is one of the only sacrifice outlets that, 1, does not require mana, and 2, that you can do any number of times in a turn. Zahur sort of fits that bill because it doesn't require mana, but you can only use the sacrifice once per turn. So Bartolomé is a huge part of this deck, and it's sort of what makes the deck tick, because it's the only thing, realistically, the only thing that you can abuse having a bunch of bodies in play once you have put Sephiroth in the battlefield. Now we have some creatures that replace themselves when they die, Nesting Bot and Infestation Sage. For all intents and purposes, these are mostly the same card. They're just 1/1s for 1 that make a 1/1 when they die. There's a slight difference with Nesting Bot because you can start your engines a little earlier rather than waiting for the Zahur. If you don't have a 1-drop, you play Zahur on turn 2, speed 2 on turn 3, and the reason for that is you want to get to max speed, because the max speed ability on Zahur is really good. So Zahur is sacrifice another creature, surveil 1, activate only once each turn, and then once you have max speed, whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you make a tap 2/2 zombie. So if you have that sack outlet in play, Bartolomé, with a max speed Zahur and some extra 1-drops, you can then sort of upgrade all of those 1-drops into 2/2s from Zahur. We have 4 copies of Voice of Victory, probably the single best 2-drop to curve into Sephiroth. Voice is a 2-mana 1/3, mobilize 2, and then has the somewhat relevant text where it says your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. The really cool thing about Voice is when you are going first, you play a land, your opponent plays a black land, holding up Cut Down, then you play Voice of Victory. They can't use the cut down on your turn, because once the voice resolves, they can't cast the cut down. And now they're in a spot where if they don't play the cut down on their second turn, then you get to untap with the voice, make bodies, maybe use them to convert. But then if they use the cut down on turn 2, they can't play their 2-drop, and now they're sort of playing a turn behind. So that's where that line of text really comes up. But the mobilized tokens are fantastic with Sephiroth because if you curve Voice into Sephiroth, then the tokens naturally die end step. Those will trigger the Sephiroth. Enduring Innocence, also fantastic card. You have basically every creature in this deck is 2 or less power, so it triggers it, and you have ways to trigger it on your opponent's turn sort of built in with these 1-drops that replace themselves, where you can trigger Innocence on your turn, and then on their turn, sacrifice one of your 1-drops, make an extra body, and then that's going to trigger the Innocence again. 3 Vengeful Bloodwitch just to kind of combo with the Sephiroth. This card is a bit hit or miss for me because it doesn't have the same stats as Sephiroth, and it doesn't have that like built-in upside of drawing cards and flipping into a 5/5. But you know, sometimes when you have Bloodwitch, Bartolomé, and Forsaken Miner, because Bloodwitch also targets the opponent, so it does trigger the Forsaken Miner, sometimes that's just good enough as well. And then for the interaction, we have 4 Eaten Alive and 1 Worthy Cost. Again, for all intents and purposes, these are mostly the same card, although you can cast this for 5 mana, where these are just sack a creature, or in the case of Eaten Alive, or pay 4, and then Worthy Cost is just sacrifice a creature, and it's exile target creature or planeswalker. Exile is big because that gets rid of Enduring Curiosity, and Dimir is one of the best decks after these ban lists. And then a single copy of Corrupted Conviction. I could see maybe playing more copies of this because, again, sacrificing a 1-drop to replace itself and draw an additional 2 cards is pretty big, so something to think about there. And then mana base, a bunch of dual lands, some basics, and then I have 3 utility lands. 1, Dalkovan Encampment, which is you can pay 3 and tap it to make 2 additional, basically mobilize 2 is kind of the best way to put it. The Arashin City, which is black and 1 tap, exile a creature from your graveyard, make a 1/1. And then Fountainport, which allows you to make additional tokens or draw cards by sacrificing tokens. The last card that I didn't mention here is this Tarrian's Journal. Not 100% sure if this card is actually good. Mostly just wanted it instead of the second Corrupted Conviction, just to try a little bit of different ways to draw cards. But after playing a couple of games, I think I'd probably just play the second Corrupted Conviction. So probably don't spend a wild card on this one if you don't already have it. And then moving on to the sideboard, we have Graveyard Hate. If possible, you want to try and play a lot of creatures in the sideboard because those synergize with Sephiroth and Vengeful Bloodwitch. So Cathar Commando, Kutzil's Flanker, and Loran of the Third Path. Those are all just creatures that are good sideboard cards. This kills Rest in Peace and Ghost Vacuum. This is good against Omniscience. And then this, for the same reason as Cathar Commando, also kills those artifacts and enchantments. Cut down for the aggro matchups, Duress for control, and then some 1-ofs here, just additional kill spells, Destroy Evil for Shieldred, same with Go for the Throat, 1 Day of Judgment, which happens to work very well in this deck, because if you have a wide battlefield, sometimes you can just kill them with Day of Judgment if you have a Bloodwitch and or a Sephiroth in play. And then 1 Gix's Command, because it's just required for every black tech to play one of this card, so that's the tax. Yeah, I could actually mention that it is good against other mid-range decks. That's why you want to play that card. But in any case, that is the deck list here for Sephiroth. Very excited to showcase some games. Let's see what people are cooking up with the new standard format, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Maybe that's a reason to play the one that tutors from deck to grave over it. Start your engines. The city is never coming into play on tap, by the way. Abzan, huh? Holy. Well, okay. I mean, I'll attack. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna play it on tap land. Hold on. I'm gonna sack the Sage instead, actually. I'm gonna keep a flyer around. Sacrifice a creature. Or, I mean, not playing dog. Well, there's only 2 Raise the Pass, right? I think there's basically 2 different ways to approach decks like this. You can either play a whole bunch of self-mill, where you play, like, you just load up on self-mill. You play, like, 4 of the dogs, you play overlords, and you kind of just go more all-in on that kind of stuff with 3 or 4 Raise the Past. Or you just play a build that doesn't have any self-mill and is more 3-drops instead of Raise the Past. But I don't know if you want both, and that's kind of what we have now, which is a little awkward. Voice. I mean, dude, this Sephiroth next turn is going to go hard. You think they're playing the, they gotta be playing the Rhino, right? They gotta be playing the Rhino. Yo. Man, this deck looks bad when you don't draw Sephiroth. Okay. Brick. Simply miss. I need a miss. Wait, can we go back to playing Abzan 3-drops? I mean, we might be able to. I do love playing these decks. Did we unban the Rhino? Rhino has been officially unbanned. Yo, I didn't even think about Road Watcher Get Back Sephiroth. That's kind of nice. What do I think about Roots after the bans? I think Roots is very good. Very, very good. I don't know if it's going to change too much, but I think it's going to be a good deck. Dude, what do I even do against them? I can board in some number of Graveyard Hate, but the thing is, this doesn't even target. Wait, is this... Hold on. When this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4. When you do, return... Oh, it does! So it's mill and then target. Oh, okay, so it's 2 triggers, right? So Vacuum is good against it. I just don't think this should be in her deck. I'm probably going to be cutting Raise the Past every game. Let's just cut it after this match. I don't like that card. Oh, these hands, man. These hands. They ain't good. Keeping it on 6. Let's just do this. In case I draw a 2-drop. Well, you see, I didn't know they had Leyline of the Void, so I did not bring in my Disenchants. Because I did not expect my Severance Priest, Yathan, Road Watcher opponent to have Leyline of the Void instead of the Flash, the Flanker. Leyline kind of doesn't make sense in their deck, to be honest. Okay, that's good. Huge. Huge. We could still win this game. Opponent is a Croaky's viewer? They might be, honestly. Croaky's just starts every single sideboard with 4 ley lines. Dude, I ain't blocking. I ain't blocking. You should bounce your ley line. Oh. They're giving me a free 1/1 with 2 Innocences? Don't mind if I do. Not sure if that was the play. I mean, I'll take it. Let me hit you with one of these. +2, +2. You know, I don't really know how we're ever flipping the Sephiroth, but go. Wait, I have a plan. Okay, here's the plan. They're gonna mill over Loran. I'm gonna Ghost Vacuum to get the Loran, and then pop the Ghost Vacuum. That's the plan. Just trust. I mean, we can basically draw our entire deck, so... Yeah, well, how are we getting tokens? Oh, we're getting tokens off Fountainport. Right, okay. Wait. What? Huh? Alright, I mean, I guess. Why even board in the ley line then if you're just gonna concede in that spot? They were just off it. Yeah, bad vibes. Bad vibes, I guess. I mean, they don't have a ley line, do they? The town greeter. Ooh. A Severance Priest, huh? I mean, voice kind of cooks here. I ain't gonna lie. The voice does, in fact, cook. This song is a banger. What you got for me, Papa? Papa Oso Javi. The town greeter has been bounced. I repeat, the town greeter has been bounced. Ah! I like a Sephiroth here. Guess I don't have mana for a Sephiroth. I mean, this is good enough, right? This Bartolomé is going to be huge. Huge Bartolomé. Huge. Tranquilo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, this is a bit all in, but, you know. Yeah, maybe this line was bad, because they get to kill the voice here. It does deal them a fuckload of damage, though. Chat, was this line too aggressive? I don't know. I mean, if they have a kill spell for Bart, this looks bad, but... go. Yeah, maybe this was too aggressive. I don't know. Okay, that's not a kill spell. We can just redeploy voice next turn, so it's not that bad. And we can no longer redeploy voice. I guess they might take Sephiroth. Exclamation point song. I believe this is Darude by Sandstorm. That's big. The hell am I sacking to this Eaten Alive? I guess I don't have to do it this turn. Let's do this first. Okay. This still forces a jump block. And yeah, I'm just gonna run this out there. What decks look good now? Honestly, everything. Basically, every single deck that didn't have something banned from it is within the conversation. Because we don't, like, nobody really knows what the format's gonna look like. I mean, like, certainly the early winners are, like, Dimir, Midrange, Jeskai Control, and Oculus. But other than that, like, it's kind of wide open, man. It's really wide open. Yeah, Roots is still good. I mean, hell, I think Moderate is still good too, you know? Ooh, that does exile it. Do I think Nightmare was a good ban? It's a weird one. I mean, I understand what their thought process is, where they just want to sort of like make sure that the decks that were too good in the previous format don't become problematic in the new format. Like, I can understand that. But I think both Nightmare and Town might have been a bridge too far. I almost think Beanstalk might have been too far too, but, you know, if they're only going to do bans once a year, I would much rather have them do this very, like, nuclear approach rather than do, like, minimal, like, as minimal as possible. I think this is a better outcome than basically anything else. Man. I think it's just this. I don't want to send the voice in just yet. Okay. Let me do this. Sack this. Get back Seph. Cast this. Next turn we can do big stuff with Sephiroth voice. No, not my voice! I mean, dude, this Bard is like fucking huge. Oh my goodness, this Bard, dude. Yeah, true. Seph triggers off of tokens, but not anything else besides tokens. They're just in the Abyss, dude. The Abyss. I thought I misclicked there for a second, and I almost had a heart attack. It was like right in the middle of Bartolomé and the Forsaken Matter, and I was like, all right, get something back with that. I mean, I can just prevent that by killing the Zorlene, right? Well, I think if you're going to swing both, you have to do this pre-combat. Because I don't want them... I don't want them to trade for Bartolomé. You know what I mean? I really hope you never draw a kill spell for this. Dude, this Bartolomé is just... He's just getting in there. Swole. Okay. -2. -2. -2, -2. You're still in the abyss. Dude, this game is so dope. Go. Oh my goodness. They'll run out of creatures eventually. Eventually, right? How is Sephiroth? Notably a lot worse against Leyline of the Void, but still a good card. Get a list for this. Exclamation point deck. Has anybody kept track of how many times they've chump blocked? I think it's like at least 6. Man, that's a hell of a card. That is a hell of a card. And now they don't have the chump block. Oh, they can actually get aggressive here. They can just go +4 and then take the hit. Yeah, I think we're dead. No! I guess we have to we now have to play defense. They didn't +4? Wait, why didn't they? Oh, they didn't have enough mana to +4. Oh, it fizzles the +4 because there's only one target. Right. Okay. Well, now I can attack. I forgot about that. We die to a kill spell, but, I mean, look. Oh, we don't die to a kill spell because we go +1! I forgot about that. And they actually drew the kill spell! Dude, this game is good. This is a really good game. So many emotions. Alright, give me a kill spell. Easily the worst draw in the deck. Alright, I mean, they gotta draw a land eventually, right? They gotta draw a land eventually, doesn't it? See? This is certainly a game of magic. Okay. Oh wait, this thing has Death Touch! No! Oh no. Oh no. Death Touch ain't right. Okay. Oh god, did we offer the trade? If we offer the trade, then we can sack the token to get a card. Well, force the trade. You know what I mean. Alright, let's do it. I think it's right. It feels bad, but I think it's right. No, I only get one trigger because the leyline means that I don't get a thing. So I only get one trigger if I play the Sephiroth first. And I'd rather have the card than the extra trigger. I think. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, dude, stop! Holy shit. Dude, what is this game? What is this game? Oh my goodness. They go Rutstein for Pixie, Pixie for Road Watcher. Yeah, we lose now for sure. We lose very, very easily. Oh my god, dude. Holy. It's quite the sequence. I'm not gonna lie. That is quite the sequence. The new way to build Pixie. Look, I mean, if they're gonna ban Hopeless Nightmare, you might as well play 3 mana Hopeless Nightmare, right? That sounds good. Did they mill over 2 more ley lines? Do I miss playing versus Monstrous Rage and Steelcutter yet? No. What? Why would you even ask that? Of course I don't. We need Poppy's list, though. Hey, that's not goblins. You lied to me. I mean, I'll take the trade. I'll trade Voice for Grease Wrench. It's like trade plus a card. Yeah, that's not a goblin. You can't play that in your goblins deck. Scorching Shot. Yeah, I wonder if this is just like mono red aggro. Okay. Give me a land, please. I'm just taking a hit. I don't want to sack the voice. Dude, next turn we can pop off, though. Next turn we can absolutely pop off. I think there might be a Felithar and Sephiroth deck now. Yeah, and honestly, it probably also has Road Watcher, right? Because Road Watcher gets back both of those cards, which is nice. Bruv. Can I get a mod check lands? Can I get a dude? What the fuck? All right, surely I draw a land now, right? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Thanks, dude. Yeah. I guess Inti does use up more of their mana. And we could chump block the 4/4 with the Sage token. Yeah, alright, fine. Yeah, I guess you're right. We get 2 flying tokens to buy turns against the 4/4. We can, like, maybe flip Sephiroth somewhere in the near future. Probably not soon, though. Tarrians and discard your hand? No. Tom, I'll look at your deck after this match. Okay. Let's go to... if I go to combat, they can block the Sage. No, they can't because they only have 4 mana. Never mind. Well, they can make a token off the Engineer, but that's okay. Actually, no, it's not. Let's just not do that. Let's no attack. Just play Sephiroth. Sack this. Third Sage is not too bad. So then we get another flyer from this. More chump blockers. I mean, I guess that's not... Oh, that's big. Maybe I save that. save that for the 4/4. Yeah, let's save that for the flyer. I mean, we have a lot of time with these chump blockers. We also might want to raise the past for, like, 3 sages. We need to find Bard. Bart would go crazy here. I'd rather just not take 4 damage. Wait, they didn't have Monstrous Rage. I'm actually allowed the chump block again? I haven't felt this in a long time. I mean, that's not great. That's also not great. I do have to kill the Lynx this turn. Probably sacrificing the Innocence. So let's go, yeah, right? Innocence, eaten alive the Lynx. Just no attack with Seph. I don't get the life gain off the Sephiroth here because they have the Lynx still in play, but chump block the 4/4 and then try to pop off next turn. Well, that's not great for me. I'm not allowed to take 9. Am I just dead on board if I cast the raise? Wow, I am. I guess I could raise and hope to find a land or an Eaten Alive. Raise does not get back Sephiroth. Yeah, raise, hit an untapped land, play Bart would be huge. Hold. Hold. Oh, man. I did not think I was going to lose this game. GG's. GG's. All right, mono red gamer, huh? Mono red gamer. Yeah, raise is probably too slow in this matchup. Journal definitely too slow. Cut this thing. I don't think I want the destroy enchantments against them. Try this. This hand looks good. Keep this. Nesting bot. Okay, that I don't care too much about. Hey! Hey! You can't do that, you fucker. Dursaw. Dude, this Zahur is gonna go crazy next turn. Let me tell you. Strawberry Jacuzzi, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate the sub. Thank you, thank you. I'm taking it. I could sack the nesting bot now, but it's just not worth it. Hit you with one of these. Dude, Zahur goes crazy. Oh wait, I should have attacked with the bot. I'm stupid. Why didn't I attack with bot? I forgot I was going to sack it this turn. Yeah, I just missed 1 damage there. You can give me a -1 for that. Sure. I guess I'll just save this for next turn. No, because, I mean, I could just trigger it with Zahur anyways. This game's over. Word. Word. Scorching Shot on Zahur. Whenever it... So Zahur does count itself. So... It's probably good for me to just, like... Non-token. Yeah, just sack this. Upgrade this into a 2/2, get a card, and then get a 2/2 off Zahur. Sure. I'll keep that on top. Why not? I guess. If you insist. Okay. Okay. Sephiroth, sack this. They go to... Yeah, man. I'm just clicking buttons. I'm just clicking some buttons. I just kind of assume this game is over. They didn't ghost vacuum it? I mean, I guess I'll pay. I guess I'll pay. Surprised they didn't vacuum it. It's got to trigger 4 times. Yeah, 4. Which we can do with the Bartolomé next turn, but I feel like it's probably not going to be necessary. I mean, they're kind of staying alive over there. Bartolomé. They're staying alive, but barely. They go to 2 here. Deuce. They have a kill spell for Bart, maybe? I guess I could sack it to Fountainport instead, but let's just make Bart bigger. Commit a crime. I mean, if they play a 2/2, I will. Combat. Combat. When will they... They're gonna play a 2/2 at some point, right? Like... They gotta play a 2/2 eventually. Yep. Yep. Fish. Yes, they would be dead this turn. Hypothetically, they would be dead this turn, but I did go -1 that one turn. Alright, your turn. How much under the vacuum? I guess there's a lot of shit under that vacuum. But thankfully they had to block with the Soulstone that turn. The bans are live in Arena, yes. Not quite there. Not quite there. Keep it anyways. Ghost Vacuum. What is all these new cards in Standard? Brand new format just dropped. I repeat, brand new format just dropped. I think I'm saving the nesting bot. No, that's bad. I'll just go nesting bot into Sephiroth. This is worse if they have Torch, but... The Engineer. The Engineer, huh? Well, shit. Now what do I do? Epic Blue, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. Thank you for the sub. It has to be a 3-drop this turn. As much as I want to go Forsaken Miner, Eaten Alive, get it back. Like, that is a use of all of my mana, but then what does next turn look like, right? I think I go this one. Because this is better against Torch. They have Vacuum. Oh, true. They can vacuum the Forsaken Miner. Yeah, okay. So I guess I wouldn't be able to rebuy it anyways. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Need a land here. Need a land here. It's not exactly a land. +1 speed. +1 speed. I may be able to just race them. It does suck they can, exile the Innocence with the vacuum, but, not much you can do about that. Streamer play Fortnite? No. Did Fortnite have unbans today? Did they ban anything in Fortnite? Okay, that helps. Dude, I'm just going in. He's going in. They unbanned the Chun-Li skin. Did they really? Did they ban Tomato Town yet? The last time I played, Tomato Town was so broken. And now we begin the race. I mean, it's a close race. 14 apiece. Their 1-2 is holding off my 1-1s if they just don't attack. But if they don't attack, they can't make a 2-3. Okay. It kind of helps them win the race a little bit. Yeah, they're attacking. Ain't blocking. 3. They have 5 next turn. Is there a priority window to vacuum if you sacrifice Miner to cast that spell? Yes, because this is it. This is a trigger that goes on the stack. So if I go Eaten Alive, sacrifice Miner, there's a trigger that goes on the stack, and they can respond to the trigger to eat it with vacuum. I think I gotta send. It's really sketchy. I gotta send, though. I could hold back one thing maybe, but I don't want to block with the Innocence, though, is the problem. This Vacuum is kind of sketchy, too. Like, look at what they have under this. I feel like if they ever get to this, then we just die. What'd they do? Suplex. Suplex and Hired Claw. I'm at 3. It's not very many lives. Technically not dead, which is the best kind of not dead. They're at 6. I mean, I think if they draw land and we find Sephiroth, we're probably winning. But otherwise, probably going to be tough. Yeah, but you don't have lethal in play, right? Depends on what they attack with. Like, if they draw land, how much can they attack with? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess it would be lethal if they only leave back 2 blockers. Right? Yeah. Should we play around Monstrous Rage? Hold. If they have nothing, they're dead. I think that means they drew a kill spell, maybe? Oh. Wait. They're just dead then, right? What? Ah? Why did they attack? They could have just not attacked, right? I guess if they don't attack, like, how are they winning next turn? Maybe they had to. All right, Mike 16. Dude, this fucking encampment. Oh, I keep forgetting to cut the Raise the Pasts. You gotta remind me after this game. Chat, make sure you remind me after this game. Please remove the Raise the Pasts. Don't tell me now, because I'm gonna forget. No, after the game is when you have to remind me. Something about pasta? I could go for some pasta right now. Yeah, that's where I got this from, Karate. I saw them when they came to Boston. I think it was the same lineup. It was those 2 plus 7 dust. It was a good show. They did the Disturbed set was they did the entire Sickness album front to back, and then they took like a 20-minute break, and then they came back and played for like another hour. It was nuts. Such a good show. People left between the Sickness and the rest of the set. Yeah, I mean, they put a big thing on screen that says, we'll be back soon or whatever, but that the same thing happened when I was there, that a lot of people left. They just assumed the concert was over, but, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Surely I'd rather have a flyer here, right? Grand Abolisher versus Voice of Victory kind of depends on the deck. I know that Omniscience decks used to play Grand Abolisher in the past to turn off Ghost Vacuum, but like in a deck like this, you're much more concerned with the bodies from Voice of Victory, because you could use them for Sephiroth and other sacrifice stuff. So in a deck like this, you'd much rather have much rather have Voice of Victory. No, I don't have any braids in this deck. Maybe we should have braids. Watch us win with Raise the Pass now. I mean, I'm casting it. I don't know if it's good, but it seems good. This Sephiroth next turn is going to go berserk. Voice OG, thank you for the 59-month resub. Welcome back, Voice. Yeah, streamer forget to cut Raise the Past. Wait. Hey! I wanted that. Alright, fine. I'll simply just draw a second one. That's okay. I mean, not as good, but I'll take it. It's good enough. It is good enough. All right, Dimir. Dimir. This one kills Shelly. This kills Bat. I guess I could board and cut down. Gix Command always good against them. Cut like one Zahur. Cut the journal, cut one, raise the past. Try that, I guess. Like, you know, maybe when you first, like, if you bought them as soon as the set came out, before everybody started playing Prowess, maybe you could argue that, like, during that time, okay, you know, it wasn't likely it was going to get banned at that point, but, like, as soon as we got 2 weeks into the format, everybody knew. It was very obvious. Yeah, also, I bought a playset for pre-order, and I only paid $2 a piece. So if you pre-ordered them, then you didn't lose money at all. You still made money, you know? Which I assume a lot of people did, right? Okay, how many people okay, if you pre-ordered Corey Steel Cutters, type 1 in the chat. How many of you made a shit ton of money off Cutters? Didn't take the voice, huh? Storm Chaser's talent probably took a dip. What if you bought a case instead of pre-ordering? I guess that kind of counts. God, talent's down to 6. I will say, I definitely took an L on that one. I paid like 15 for my talents. That one I took a fat L on. But I also kind of just forgot to sell them when they were at peak, right? So that one's kind of on me. YouTube, comment down below. Did you purchase Corey Steel Cutter during pre-order? Did you make a ton of money off Corey Steel Cutters? We're dead, by the way. They kind of did. Chef Seth, thank you for the 38-month resub. Says they unbanned Smuggler's Surprise. Honestly, true. All right, let's draw land 3 this time. Sure looks like a lot. Sure looks a lot like the hand that I kept last game. It's okay. We draw land 3 this time. Control stocks are definitely up. That was the first deck that I played against today. Was Jeskai Control. I love how Voice of Victory is just Time Walk. Like, you know they have cut down. And now if they cut down, they can't play Bat this turn. God, this card is just so good, man. I played versus Jeskai Control with the PT Naya Unilist without cutting the high noons. You're just like, fuck it, let's do it. Sephiroth. Draw one. Draw one. Alright, we may also have to cut the Fountainport. There's only one Fountainport, but how much have lockdowns dropped? I don't know. I sold mine because they were rotating anyways, but those probably dropped a little bit. Duress. Duress. I mean, Fountainport is fine, but imagine if I had a Black Source last turn. Just go, sack this, kill this. They have nothing. I mean, you gotta kill the Sephiroth this turn, yeah. Okay, I have an idea. Do this. Oh wait, this is a 3-2? I thought this was a 2-2. I didn't know that. Oops. I could have sworn this was a 2-2. Well, if only I read the card. Also went -1 because I did this. I mean, I kind of just want to play Bartolomé now, actually. Go. I guess this thing can attack if they... Yeah, this is fine attack. They trade, we get a 2-2. Oh, I can also... Oh, yeah. That was good. I forgot that I could stack the triggers. Yep. Vren the Relentless. You know, that is kind of bad. It's not great for me. A creature opponent controls would die, exile it. Instead, make X1/1s for X and a creature to exile on your opponent's control's turn. Does this count tokens too? If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. I want to say it does count tokens, right? I mean, dude, this feels bad, but I think I have to sack Bart. Gives me a draw and a scry. That's probably good enough. I think that's good enough. But we need to find another copy of this card. Gotta find that other Eden Alive. Because this Vren is gonna cook us. To tap the damn Fountainport, please. Tap the damn Fountainport. This one, I guess. Draw. I think I just pass here. Yeah, we gotta pass here. Yeah, no, I know that. I know. Oh, I can do it on my end step, huh? Because this thing triggers on both end steps. So we let this resolve. And then sack token. Because I just need to dig for another copy of the kill spell. And now I can do it on their turn as well. They kill the Zahur. This is kind of bad, though. Because we can't get it. We can't get a token off of the nesting bot to trigger the Innocence. This card fucking solos me. It's a tough one, right? Is it worth convictioning here? The issue is, if I conviction into the kill spell, then they're just going to take it with the bat. I think I just let this happen. Yeah, I think I let it happen. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. What if I just let it die? I lose one scry, but I don't give them an extra token. I'm just going to let it die. We get 2 draws next turn. They can't really attack with Vren because we can just block it. They should attack with Preacher, though. Everyone is messing around with Golgari. I'm so scared. Why? Why are you scared about Golgari? Golgari is the good guy. Oh, boy. Dude, Vren just fucking cooks us, man. My goodness. Maybe we can just go wide? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this Gix's Command is about to hit different, but I can't play around it, you know? Surely they don't have Gix's Command this turn, right? They wouldn't do that. I ain't blocking. Use Fountainport to make tokens on their turn to draw cards. Is that better? Is that better than going wide? Maybe it is. I can't really go wide against that. Alright, give me 2 cards. Dos cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do get one more look at it, right? Are my attacks good here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. I don't think my attacks are good. So let's do this. This has ward 2, so I might as well play the voice here. Sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. I could put 2 counters on the Vren and then make them sack. I guess that's something, right? It's better than nothing, right? I don't know. Yeah, if I kill the Vren with Gix's Command, I might be able to one-shot them with the Bloodwitch. Although they can gain 4 life this turn. But it may just not matter, because I'll gain enough life on the attack. Well, how about they grow the Revenant 2 power? They only had 1 map, right? We also gain life off the Innocences. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they didn't attack with Karsi. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, next turn I could just go kill Vren, send everything except the Bloodwitch. See, we draw. If I go Skull Dweller into Fin, I nug for 3 poison on turn 2. Yeah. Is that the new Heartfire Manifold Mouse? No. We're not playing Skull Dweller plus what you call it? Skull Dweller plus what is it? Finn? Yeah, Finn. Not doing it. I mean, this has to be the play, right? I don't have any other play. I mean, the question is, am I dead on the crackback? Do we have to do math on, like, how many things I need to leave back? Could try drawing first. Well, then I go to 5. I guess that's fine. I could just take 4. It's like, it's really complicated to do the math, so I don't want to do the math. I really, really do not want to do the math, so you figure it out. Oh, also, I'm going to 6. I'm taking 6 on the combat step. No big deal. I'm already at 3. I mean, oh, that would have been a reason to draw pre-combat. I wouldn't have had enough mana, though. Because I go Sage, Command, I only have 2 left over. So that would not have been enough mana. This still flips end phase, though, right? So it still might be enough. Because we get 4 triggers guaranteed off the warriors dying. Yeah, this still might be enough. This is what, 8 damage end phase? Plus however much they're blocking here. I gotta assume it's enough, right? Again, I didn't do the math, but it's probably enough. I would never do the math. Way too much. So they go to 9. I need to resolve all the Bloodwitch triggers first. Because I need to make sure I gain the life off the Bloodwitches. And then I can resolve the nesting bot before these so I don't draw again. Well, I do have the nesting bot, but if I resolve the bot first, then the token comes into play before the innocents come back. So I just don't even draw. Yeah, I mean, I could draw now. I'm at 12, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, they're just dead. See, I told you it was lethal. I knew that. I actually did the math, you know? Of course I did the math. This board looks like you're playing limited. I mean, I kind of was for a while, right? Pew, 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 pew. That was nice. All right, raise the past out. Dog shit card. Not dog shit, but what do we add instead? I need 2 more cards, chap. Worthy cost, is this the one? Yeah, okay, so 1 more kill spell. Basically just the 5th eaten alive. And then 1 more Bloodwitch. Let's try that. That reminds me, I kind of want some chicken tenders tonight. Chat, you guys want some tendies? Yeah, no idea what was going on. GG ZKC. That was a hell of that last game at the Vren. That was a hell of a game. I'm like, I have all these kill spells to kill Vren, and I'm like, just giving one of them, and then I drew Gix's command, which like technically does the trick. Ten OD's nuts. You really gotta consider, like, you gotta think about posting before you post sometimes. Nesting bot. What is tendies? Kind of like nuggets? Yeah, it's short for chicken tenders. Tendies is like tenders, not 10 of these nuts. No, you didn't cook. You got cooked. Are they thinking about trading? Like, what the fuck? Why are we thinking about trading? The hell? I mean, I'll allow it. I'll take the trade if you want. How do you feel about tapes and CDs? CDs nuts, yeah. I get it. I know. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say before you're going to say it. That's on corn dogs. Dude, corn dogs, I haven't had a corn dog in so long, but they're really good. They really do. It's just been a while since I've had them. Bartolomé. Cecil. More like Sussel. Stop! Yeah, the root deck is going to be good for sure. Oh, wait, I fucked up. I could have just sacrificed Sage block bat. I should have done that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Why didn't I do that? I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'll offer the trade. We'll get him next turn. No, because the problem is they're going to trade now. And then I'm not going to get him next turn. Because now they're just not going to attack into my 1/1 flyer. Should I make a second 1/1 flyer? Nah, this is fine. I'm not even sure that that trade is that good for me, but it makes these things bigger. Like, I'm just kind of racing them with shitters now. Be better if I had a Enduring Innocence, but... Walmart corn dogs make for cheap, relatively tasty calories. Say less. You had me at Walmart corn dogs. Alright, well, now we're doing a bit of staring. Stare. Do 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 do. That was my nickname in high school, Walmart corn dog. Wait, how do you and I have the same high school nicknames? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Small world. You know what probably goes hard? Corn dog with sriracha. Never had that, but thinking about it now, it probably goes really hard. Sriracha is overrated, don't at me. Well, I think that is a very obvious reason to at you. With the hot takes. Mustard on corn dogs? No, see, that's where you... I miss me with that. Ketchup for sure, but not mustard. Mustard just doesn't go with the corn. I don't know, it's weird. The mustard just doesn't do it for me. How do I get out of this? It's a really good question that I do not have an answer for. Ketchup is shite. Every single morning I make eggs and bacon, like eggs, scrambled eggs, a little bit of cheddar cheese, bacon on the side, and every single morning I always put ketchup on my eggs. Am I weird for doing that? Maybe, but always ketchup on eggs. I can't eat eggs without ketchup, man. It's so good. How do you guys eat eggs without ketchup, man? It'd be weirder if you put ketchup on someone else's eggs. You just like go down to a Denny's or whatever. You both sit down to eat, and the waiter brings the food out to the table, and you just take the bottle of ketchup and just like on their plate, like. Ketchup's on 5. Why do these tokens have to be tapped, man? Am I just dead no matter what I do? Yeah, I think I'm just dead regardless of what I do. I simply don't eat eggs. What do you eat for breakfast if you don't eat eggs? Is there even any other foods to eat in the morning besides eggs? I thought that was the only thing that was eligible. So good. I will do unspeakable things for that right now. I'm telling you, man. Will I be a Houston streamer? Yes. Yeah, I have one qualification for the next RCs. But I'm not trying to get the second one because I don't want to go to Vegas. I'm just gonna go to Houston. Because you don't. This encampment is kind of sus, isn't it? Thinking about taking Lutri to the RC? I mean, I don't know if I can recommend that in good conscience, but I'm not trying to stop you. If you want to do that, you can. I would say you do whatever makes you happy. You know, that's the important part. I'll do it again. If they play Preacher, am I just shoving next turn? Well, now I definitely am. Okay, I talked shit about the encampment earlier, but it's kind of going hard here. I didn't say it wasn't real. I mean, it is, you know, it's legal in Modern. You can play it. I'm smelling a cat over there. What do you think? It's like world's most obvious cat. Let's do this first. Okay, that's good for next turn. So we don't attack now, we attack next turn. Untapped land isn't even that bad, because we can go Bloodwitch and activate Encampment if we find untapped land. That's dope, Noah Constrictor. I've never seen Sum 41 live, but I'm sure I would do the same thing. Ghost Vacuum. Okay. The Sussel. I don't think I care about that, do I? Unfortunately, they do get to exile the Innocence with a Vacuum. Oh, shit. Well, does that change things? You know, honestly, that might change things. They're at 10. I don't think I have lethal because I can't Sephiroth and Encampment. Hmm. Okay, Sephiroth, Sack Sage is 2. They go to 8. Attack with everything. They go block Innocence, block Forsaken, go to 6, and then I get 4 triggers. They go to 2. Oh, they can't even block with the Cecil. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good call. They can't even block with Cecil, because they just lose if they do. Send it! So their best block is probably what? Curiosity on Innocence. Take 4. Oh, do they know? Chat, I don't think they know. I don't think they're aware of what's happening. It's gonna be -2. Probably shouldn't have blocked with that Cecil. Okay, game 3. Take 2 if they block and 2 if they don't. Right, but I'm saying, or they were at 8, right? They were at 8, and I had 3 2-power attackers. If they put Curiosity on the other Enduring Innocence, they take 4 from regular damage, and then 2 from the triggers. They go to 2. The only reason they died is because the Cecil dealt them 2 damage when they blocked. Right? They took 4 from blocking instead of just taking 2 from not blocking, is what we're pointing out. Game 3. Game 3 against the Tendies. Perfect mana base, by the way. Oh, I did. You gotta yell at me when I'm on the right side of the screen. Okay, we can keep this. I think it's this. God, this is like my best card in the matchup, though. Actually, you know what? It's this. It's got to be that. Cecil. Okay, that's not bad. How are the bands feeling so far? Awesome. I haven't played against... Well, we did play against one weirdo mono red deck, but no prowess yet today so far. Feels like people are actually playing different decks for a change. For the first time in what feels like 6 months. It's beautiful. I have been playing against a decent amount of Dimir. But, I mean, I was saying this earlier, and apparently chat didn't agree with me. I actually kind of enjoy playing against Dimir. And I might be the only person who does, but I find this deck at least interesting to play against for the most part. Oh, I'm stupid. I should have played the Sage first. Streamer is dumb. Streamer is dumb. Fuck. Shit. I think we take the trade, actually. And then just go Sage, block, sack, conviction. No, we need to find a land. I'm just not going to block. That land's good. I'm 4-0 with Izzet Prowess. I will not spend more wildcards, and I will not play more interesting decks despite the bans. Giga Chad. Absolute Giga Chad. I respect it, honestly. I respect it. Soapy Bubble, thank you for the Prime sub. 14 months. Welcome back, Soapy Bubble. Appreciate that. I mean, 10 damage secured. They just gave me 10 free damage this game. I'll take it. Another Anoint, maybe? Yeah, sure. It's one less Anoint for this card. The Cecil literally was my win condition this game. Unironically. You have a third Anoint? Should I play Innocence or Sephiroth this turn? I'm at 4 speed. I kind of like Innocence because I can spike a 1-drop. Sephiroth is more pressure, but... have to up the win rate of what Sephiroth? Yeah. And Kaido doesn't do much here. Yeah, Sephiroth does draw a card, but... Gone are the days of you dying on turn 3. That's just not going to happen with any sort of regularity whatsoever. So because you have an extra turn, that makes something like a 5-mana reanimate spell a lot more appealing. I'm also interested if, like, I don't exactly know if the graveyard hate is going to go down. But if it does, I could certainly see something like Rakdos Reanimator being good, just playing Zombify. Like, my thinking is that Graveyard Hate goes down with the banning of Omniscience, but maybe that's not true, because people will still want to play Oculus. But obviously, if there's less Graveyard Hate, then Rakdos Reanimator looks really good. Yeah, but then there's, like, you know, Insidious Roots, Oculus. The, you know, people, again, will still play Omniscience. It'll still be a thing for sure. Yeah, Delirium too. Honestly, Delirium might just be the best aggressive deck. It was already one of the best before. Like, it was like one of the more explosive ones, and it didn't lose anything, and everybody else around it got slower. Yeah, Jeskai Control will be good. For sure. Jeskai Control is one of, like, I think the very obvious early big winners are like Dimir Midrange, Jeskai Control, and those are like the two biggest ones that I could see right now. Maybe the Roots deck. But I think what you want to think of is you want to think of decks that had really bad prowess or mono red matchups. And like try to see if you can, how many of those you can find, you know? Yeah, so every deck. True. True. I mean, you're not wrong. Zahur. Kind of unfortunate. I can only speed on my turn. Still do this anyways. That was actually worse. I should have sacked the Forsaken Miner, gotten it back on my turn, and then block sack with... Yeah, that was better. Dragon Hunt. I wonder what they kill here. Okay. Deep. That one, I'm going to go ahead and keep on top. It's going to be a top for me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chat, I'm scared. I'm a little scared, not going to lie. It's a lot of damage. I also don't think I can kill them next turn. So, attack with everything. 2, 3, 4, 5. Post-combat, play this, sack this. I can deal them 7. So we probably have to leave back the 1/1s to chump block twice next turn. So how about this? How about we go combat, attack with these two, play this, sacrifice this, pay, and don't kill me. I feel like there's a good chance I die this turn. Have I read the tweets on Historic part from today's ban? Dude, I don't understand Historic at all. Like, I played the qualifier this weekend, and on day I only played day 1, I didn't play day 2. But of the 6 rounds that I played on day 1, I played against 6 Sorin decks. And for some reason, they just didn't mention Sorin at all in the announcement. And I don't like, do they even look at the format? Like, I don't really understand. You know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Do they actually pay attention to the format? I want to say they don't. I feel like there's a good chance they don't. No one cares about Historic, including Wizards. You might be right about that. They added Counterspell back in, format is saved. Is it? I'm not sure that it is. Did we just kill them now? Pew, 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 pew. All right. So they're like the blue-red Profs Vivi Cauldron deck. Okay, interesting. Let's go vacuums for sure. I don't think Gix Command is good against them. Go for the Throat's kind of mid. A Cut Down could be okay. This is good against the Cauldrons. Stuff like this, maybe? Go out, 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 out. In one of these, maybe? Try that. I think Convoke is like a very, very clear place to go, because it was being held back by the aggressive decks before, but traditionally does have a reasonable mid-range matchup, and it didn't lose anything. You know, it's still one of the most explosive decks in the format. Like, it has potential to kill on turn 3, which almost no other deck can say at this point. Maybe Leyline Red, but like, how are you supposed to play Leyline Red without Heartfire Hero? Seems impossible, right? Yeah, Tifa's just not that good. The fetch lands are so bad. Fabled Passage is just not a card you want to put in your deck. Yeah, I guess Delirium can. I think Delirium is really good. Like I'm sold on Delirium being the nuts. But what are you replacing Heartfire Hero with in the Leyline deck? Even if you've decided that like it's even if you've decided that the Leyline deck is playable without Monstrous Rage, just replacing it with some other pump spell like, say, Giant Growth or Dreadmaw Zyre, how, like, what are you supposed to replace that Heartfire Hero is such a hard card to replace in those decks. It's like, sure, you have Cacophony Scamp, but what's your other one drop? Like Swift Spear, maybe? Maybe you play Slick Shot? I don't know. It's tough. Would I have been Heartfire Hero or Manifold Mouse? I mean, personally, I was kind of under the impression that just banning one card from Mono Red was enough. Like, if you're gonna hit Monstrous Rage, I didn't necessarily think they also had to hit one of the mice, but I thought that if you were going to hit one of them, then I think I might have preferred them to hit Manifold Mouse over Heartfire Hero, but I mean, I'm down to just get rid of it, you know. I guess the big difference is it's a lot easier to play Heartfire Hero without Manifold Mouse, but it's much harder to play Manifold Mouse without Heartfire Hero, if that makes sense. It's like harder to justify it, you know. How do I beat a 3/3? Chat help. How do I beat a 3/3? It's Taurine Mauler time. There's surely we could find a better mouse than Taurine Mauler. Honestly, maybe people go back to playing Boros Mice. I could see that. I think Boros Mice might be good. But I mean, that's a deck that gets hit huge by the Rage Ban. Oh god, this is not good. I've located it and out to the 7/7, by the way. I have located the out. I repeat, I have located the out. Nesting bot. At least you can't say that Pioneer is standard with shocks anymore. Yeah, well, yeah, because now, I mean, I guess the question is if they actually cared about Pioneer, which, to be honest, I'll say this up front, I'm not convinced they do. But if they cared about Pioneer, do you think that they would have banned like either Corey Stonecutter or one of the mice? Or like something from Mono Red, if they actually gave a shit about the format? I feel like they would have, right? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't played Pioneer in forever, so I don't know exactly. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how bad it's gotten, but I assume it's pretty bad. But I don't think they have any interest in, like, you know, keeping up with Pioneer, basically. The Vivi Cauldron deck is good. This is the deck that Paulo played at the Pro Tour. He went, I think, 8-1-1 in Constructed. And I mean, it was already a deck that was good before the bans, and it didn't get touched at all. So I think it's quite good.